In the beginning, some fans and critics squawked over director Tim Burton's choice of Michael Keaton as Batman.
Things change.
And when Burton began casting for Catwoman in Batman Returns, several actresses vied for the role, but Michelle Pfeiffer got the part.
Meow.
Danny DeVito, who didn't want to follow in the footsteps of his Penguin predecessors, wondered out loud which direction Tim Burton would take the beaked villain.
You didn't invite me, so I crashed!
Batman, Burton, and controversy. They all go hand in hand. In fact, a Batman movie without controversy and director Tim Burton is like Batman without his mask.
Who's the man behind the bat?
But if you ask Burton how this all came to be, he'll simply say,
I honestly don't know. That's one of the mysteries of life to me. I don't know.
Well, controversy surrounds huge budgets and casting high-profile stars in much-sought roles. In Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Danny DeVito as the Penguin team up to take on Michael Keaton's Batman. All three stars say it's more about mystique than controversy, and that is due to the genius of the young animator-turned-director.
You missed.
I think the real star of this movie, when it's all said and done, is Tim Burton, because this is really his handprints are all over this thing.
The reason I loved playing this part so much and I loved being in the movie was because of Tim's vision. I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
I've been very lucky to work with great actors in a way, because they're the ones that bring it to life, and with them, you know, we just sort of try to find the right boundaries of when to go, when to pull back, and in other words, it's all a big guess.
Although he had questions at first, Danny DeVito felt Burton guessed right about the Penguin's look. It was risky business because of the popularity of the villain and his tradition.
I mean, you read the comic book, it's this guy with a top hat, kind of blue, and he lives uptown, and he, you know, he's like got a... And then you saw the TV thing with Burgess Meredith, you know, and this, that, and the other, very good, you know, and everything, but you don't want to hop into that, right? Now, this guy comes up with something that is like so unique, so individual, which is this guy's makeup anyway, Tim. You put him in a room, anybody else in another room, tell them the same thing. No way are they getting close to what Tim Burton's thinking. You know what I'm saying? We're talking...
Can't you picture? It's dark in the mayor's mansion. I'm bushed. So here you come into the bedroom, twitching your little tail. My slippers in one hand, a dry martini in the other.
Oh, please. I wouldn't touch you to scratch you.
You lousy minx! I ought to have you spayed. You sent out all the signals, and I don't think I like you anymore.
I think the beauty of Tim's films and Tim's characters, all of his villains are really dark and sinister and completely haunted, but they're also human beings, and they're vulnerable and they're frightened.
Vulnerable villains? Catwoman wears a form-fitting black wet leather bodysuit and carries a snappy long whip. Burton and Pfeiffer say Catwoman is confused, but some critics say she's also too sexy for this PG-13 rated movie.
Sex is a good thing, you know, and I know in this day and age it's very, you know, it's very complicated now because, I mean, sex equals death, you know, but sex is still a good thing.
Although Burton spent much of his time developing his villains, he, Keaton, and crew found plenty of time to make changes on the film's hero. They fine-tuned the shaping of the bat mask, added dimension to the bat cape, redesigned the Batmobile, invented the bat missile, and lastly, made a few personality changes.
He had a tendency to be morose at times. He was contemplative. He was dark, you know. So I wanted to try to lighten him up somehow. And without trying to be funny or really push any comedy, just lighten him up a little. I don't know of anyone working in movies who use all their talents like Tim Burton does. When you see this movie and you realize it's all on stages, it's all built, sewn, attached, hooked, bolted, made. That's what's cool about the movie. It truly comes from him. The whole package is coming out of Tim's head.